After months of negotiations and dragging us all through them, Netflix has bowed out of the fight to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery, and Paramount is the last man standing. News of Netflix's announcement that it would not match Paramount's bid came just minutes after Warner Brothers president David Zaslav said Paramount's offer was, quote, superior. Netflix said in a statement, quote, the deal is no longer financially attractive, so we are declining to match the Paramount Skydance bid. This transaction was always a, quote, nice to have at the right price, not a, quote, must have at any price.
Netflix reached an $83 billion deal in December to acquire a large portion of Warner Brothers, but Paramount eventually submitted a revised offer of $111 billion.
But it's not a done deal yet. California Attorney General Rob Bonta wrote on X, quote, Paramount Warner Brothers is not a done deal. These two Hollywood titans have not cleared regulatory scrutiny. The California Department of Justice has an open investigation, and we intend to be vigorous in our review. Last year, David Ellison, the CEO of Paramount, installed Bari Weiss as the editor-in-chief of CBS News. Some have raised alarm over the fact that if Paramount does acquire Warner Brothers, CNN would be under Ellison's control. Ellison and his father, David Ellison, have spent time with Trump recently, with Ellison attending the State of the Union this week. There's so much here. I think outside of the political stuff, I just really wanted Netflix to win this bid. I think because I just thought it would be a cool new space for Netflix to jump in, to see what they would do with programming.
Right, and they mentioned, CNN is part of this deal in the Warner Brothers thing. CNN does really good documentaries. That would have been a great pull over to Netflix. That really would have, there would have been a lot of nice marrying up there, but they did get outbid, and at a certain point, you can't just say, okay, well, we liked you a little more, so we're going to give you the deal because you have stakeholders. So they have to go, to the larger deal on this.
But I think what the stakeholders have to consider is like the long-term effects of content. So when you have something as big as Paramount taking over something as big as Warner Brothers, there's a lot of overlap there on what they do. Whether you talk about talk shows, when you talk about movies and the amount of them being made, when you talk about news operations, what does this mean for a lot of people? I know a lot of friends that work within these spaces are worried about, I don't know if I'm going to have a job after this merger goes through, because why would we ever, there's always going to be layoffs. But with Netflix, because it was such a new entity acquiring an entity that had nothing to do with what they currently do, there probably would be a lot of facilitating people staying so that they could do it right, since these people have done it for years. As we've seen with the Paramount takeover, even with Bari Weiss, who I was happy to see her in that position, I think there's still been a lot of, we're doing it this way, and if you're uncomfortable with it, get out of the door.
Yeah, to your point about the overlap and how that's going to restructure things, yeah, I think the news divisions are something that is going to be absolutely massive. Now, this does all have to clear regulatory scrutiny. To the Attorney General of California's point, I don't know that it will, because you might get into a number of legal issues on it. But if it does go through, you will see a shakeup in two really core news institutions in our country. And what does that mean? Are they going to go into one? Are they going to stay separate? Or will they try to sell off different assets, including other portions of the news division, to see what they can do to kind of make this deal work for how they see Paramount going in the future?
And that's still a whole scary thing, because, NBC Universal just did that spinoff.
Right.
And a lot of my friends, I started my career at MSNBC, to be transparent. And I think when everyone saw that happening, they're like, what does this mean? Mm-hmm. Like, are we the stepchildren? Are we going to be taken care of under Versant? Like, what does this mean? Luckily, it's working out now, but I think the investors, the money it makes in the first 5 years, will all be telltale signs about how much is invested in past that. And not just MS now, but also all the other entities that are not Bravo, that they spun off out of that company, like Sci-Fi and, all the channels that we used to grow up watching. And I know times change. You got to move on sometimes from what you are used to. But I think I was so used to getting offered two different options, like ABC, CBS, like Paramount getting Warner Brothers seems like we're going to get more of what we used to get, and Netflix felt like the future.
Right, it felt different and exciting, and it felt like a new format for something that really could use a new format sometimes, right? This is a very big deal. There's a lot of entities that sit within it, so giving a bit more of that outsidery feel from something like Netflix, which is a newer institution versus Paramount in this country, would have been really exciting to see. And I think at the end of the day, you will see, if this goes through, an absolutely massive shakeup in American news and American news politics, because of what will likely happen between the CBS and CNN portions of this.
Right, and I also loved Netflix's statement. Like, it was like, if you get broken up with, but you're like, and I wasn't even that interested.
Listen, I was here because it made sense, not because I wanted to.
Right, it was very much like, oh, we're good. Enjoy. Okay, well, I had a great time with you today.
too,
Come back
thank you.
anytime,
Thanks, I
please. That
appreciate
does
it.
it for us on Rising Live. Please look out for more exclusive YouTube content coming your way. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Hills YouTube channel so you never miss any content. And for those of you who like to listen on the go, you know we're now available anywhere you listen to podcasts. We'll see you next week. It's Friday.
Friday.